All right, what's up guys? Michael and Nick from Halfway back with a brand new video. This is our almost 2026, got it wrong off the bat. Another year has passed and that means it is time for another ranking video. We are going to be ranking our most favorite movies, our least favorite movies, and then just like the miscellaneous stuff that came out during the year as well.
Do we do this like every year or is this like the second year?
This is the third annual of us doing this.
Man, I really need to look back on 2023.
This is the first time we've been on camera doing it. Usually it's like either like the podcast. I don't know why I went like that. So I say we should start. Ooh, we didn't prep this part thinking about it. So we'll start off by just doing our miscellaneous favorites of the year. I think that's the best way to start. You can start because I think you have more miscellaneous stuff than I do. I'm only going to do like 2 categories.
So you pretty much like blew me out of the park of my own goal for this year, which is like seeing every year.
That's what I was gonna say. It was so funny, and I didn't watch the. I don't know. I'm not really great at watching the old videos or whatever. But it was funny. Last year, I remember you mentioned in our most anticipated video, you were like, or it was in one of the videos. I don't remember. They blend together for me. You were like, I want to watch one new movie that I've never seen before a week. And I heard that goal and I was like, that's a great idea. I'm gonna fucking steal that. Yeah. And that became my goal in 2025. And I completely succeeded that. And I'm really happy about it, actually. I watched one new movie that I have not seen before every single week. And I even went over. I watched, I think, 153 movies last year.
That's like 3 movies a week. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, because it was cool because I would... A lot, to be fair, there's an asterisk there a little bit. That does include the Marvel Marathon, which if you haven't watched it, what a great plug and segue actually for that. If you haven't watched the Marvel videos, go watch that. Me and Sebastian went through the entire Infinity Saga, rewatched it, did commentary tracks. It was a lot of fun, but that did account for some of my movies of last year. I didn't count those for like the weekly goal that I had, but they do count on my Letterboxd. But then there were like franchises that I'd never seen before. Like I watched The Matrix for the first time. I watched all the Mission Impossible movies. I've seen a lot of them, but I hadn't seen like the first 3, so those were all new to me. So I did watch like a lot of new franchises, I guess, and so that's why my number went up as high as it did. But I mean, I was just watching movies and it was nice, dude. It was honestly nice.
So I definitely did not hit 150 movies at all. There was definitely weeks at a time where I just didn't watch a new movie in general. It was mostly movies that like didn't come out in 2025 was like what I wanted to do, just like ones that I've always missed out. So I got a total of 37. So I almost got a year. You know, I'm only missing about like, what is it, 13, 15 movies?
So, yeah, so for that, and it sucks too, because yeah, I watched a ton of movies. I did not make a top 10 of my favorite movies that I've seen that didn't come out in 2025, but I watched in 2025. I was going to do that too. Did not do that. I did not do that, but I do have a favorite movie. Should I just say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Just to kick us off, I would say my favorite movie that I watched in 2025 that didn't come out in 2025 was Ocean's 11. I forgot the name for a second because there's a bunch of them. I watched the Ocean's trilogy as a whole. I watched it for the first time.
I know there's more than one.
There's 4 of them. There's the OG trilogy and then there's a prequel. I still have not watched the prequel because by the time I was done, 2 was like not good at all. 2 was really bad. And then 3 was a return to form, but it still wasn't as good as the first one. So I was kind of like oceaned out by the time I was done with all 3 of them. But Ocean's 11, I don't know why. That's one that I just kept going back to like after I watched it. But it was just like a fun movie and I'd never seen it before. So Ocean's 11, I would say, is my number 1 movie of 2025 that did not come out in 2025.
You know, I think I'll add that to my list to see this year.
You were going to say, I'm going to say that's my favorite movie.
No, like maybe, I think I'll do it again, you know, like maybe this time just do 52 movies. Don't put the label like 1 a week. Mm-hmm. I'll just put 52, you know, maybe, hopefully I hit that this year. My number 5 was Home Alone. When we did that video together. Number 4, Paddington 2. Love that bear. Pretty much watched all the Paddington movies last year. I don't think I saw the newest one though. So
you only watched Paddington 1 and 2?
And 3. I think there's the 4th one, I think, right?
I think Paddington in Peru is Paddington 3.
Oh, well, I guess I watched them all. Then Niza?
No, Niza.
Yeah, that movie.
1 or 2?
1. I didn't watch 2 yet.
Okay. And
then Nora. I didn't watch that one until later on of this year because I think that was like your number 1, wasn't it, last year?
I didn't really have a number 1. I think I put it up there. I think it was pretty much my number 1, but I didn't have. No, my number 1 was Challengers last year, but it was top 3.
And then Didi, that was my number 1. I liked.
Oh wow, yeah. See, I think that was part of my top 10.
Yeah, I think it was because I think you were talking about it during
Yeah.
the top 10 last year, and I just never had a chance to see him, so finally did. Yep, that's my top 5 right there.
What else do I got? So favorite movie, that whatever, was Ocean's 11. I started reading one new book a month last year. That was my other goal that I did. So I would say my favorite book that I read in 2025 was Project Hail Mary. Favorite game of 2025? I don't know. Oh, shoot. Borderlands 4. Let's just say Borderlands 4.
Hey, that was also my number one game of this year's Borderlands 4.
Nick, I'm going to be honest. I don't know if
the plug right here.
I don't know if it really is. Yeah, go watch the Halfwit Plays channel. Either that or Split Fiction. I didn't really have a favorite game. I did play a lot of games, which, hey, yeah, go check out the Halfwit Plays channel. And then for my favorite albums of 2025, I got The Weeknd with Hurry Up Tomorrow, Saba with From the Private Collection of Saba and No ID, Caliucci's with Sincerely, Kevin Abstract with Blush, Clips with Let God Sort 'Em Out, Tyler the Creator with Don't Tap the Glass, Chance the Rapper with Starline, which I just got to give a quick thing for that. I'm so glad to see him bounce back. The whole album was not amazing. It wasn't like a 10 out of 10 album. I think I gave it like a 6 out of 10, but like it was just, when the bar is so low, anything was better. And I thought the first half of that album was amazing. So I made it to my favorite albums of 2025. And Haley Williams, Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party. Those are my favorite albums of 2025.
I do not have a favorite albums of 2025. So you already said favorite game. I said favorite game too, Borderlands 4. So 2025 was the year I got back into reading. And my favorite book of 2025 is going to be the Stormlight Archive as a whole. That's the first book I read in 2025. It's 1,000 pages. Kind of got thrown right into it. First time reading in like maybe 5 years. Great character building. Very confusing at first, but then after like everything's more explained, it's just pretty much just caught fire.
Now that we got our miscellaneous done and out of the way, let's move into our best and worst of 2025. I'm going to be doing what I did last year, and I'm not really ranking my least favorite and favorite in like a specific order. I'm just going to list these all off in alphabetical order. I have such a hard time with, not as much the least favorite, but with my favorite, like my favorite things. I have a hard time picking like one being better than the other. It's just like, I like a lot of these things the same. I'm just gonna just list them all off in alphabetical order. I think that's the easiest way. Don't look at this and be like, oh, the first one is your favorite? Oh, wait, what are you talking about? Deadpool Wolverine's your number one favorite? I'm just throwing shit out there in alphabetical order, but these are my least favorite movies of 2025 and my favorite movies of 2025. I'm just gonna list them all off and then I'll go through them real quick. So we're gonna start with my least favorite movies of 2025. So my least favorite movies of 2025, Ballerina, Captain America, Brave New World, Happy Gilmore 2, In Whose Name, and Jay Kelly. And then I have a dishonorable mention for this. My dishonorable mention is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. I was really let down by that movie. It is on the bottom of my Mission Impossible ranking besides like the second movie, but it wasn't bad enough to be on my least favorite movies of 2025, but it was definitely my most disappointed of 2025. Didn't want to put it on the list, but I did need to mention it because what a letdown of a movie. But yeah, the rest of these movies are god-awful pieces of shit. Ballerina, for a John Wick movie, is so boring. The action is really cool, and that's like always the best part of these John Wick movies is the action. But dude, I just don't care about the John Wick universe. I don't. As each entry in this franchise comes out, they keep adding more and more to the lore, and I just could not care less. It is so fucking boring. And somehow in Ballerina, it's even more boring. And they have John Wick in here because they know that the movie would not be able to stand on its own without John Wick, and it just sucks. It's a boring movie. Boring, boring, boring. Cool action scene though. When she has that flamethrower, pretty cool. Pretty cool action scene. And also when she like puts a grenade or something in someone's mouth, kind of cool. Captain America: Brave New World, that was a whole new low for me for the MCU. It was the first time where I was watching an MCU movie and I wanted to walk out. Like I genuinely wanted to walk out of the theater. I've never felt that way with any of the movies. Not with Thor 4, not with Ant-Man 3. I've never wanted to walk out of a movie theater watching an MCU movie until Captain America Brave New World. I think it is just like, I get that they had to kind of release it, and I know this was made in the before time when they were focusing on Disney Plus and like they were kind of all over the place, but for me that still doesn't excuse how bad of a movie it is. And it's just so disrespectful, I think, to the character of Sam Wilson. Everyone always says like, oh, I don't see him as Captain America, I don't like him as Captain America, blah, 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 blah. But like, I like Sam Wilson. I think he's a good character, but everything that they have put him in as Captain America, they just decide to say, fuck it, let's just give him the worst writing imaginable. Let's just give him the worst writing. Let's just make it so people don't want to root for him. It's just like, fuck it. Give him the serum at this point. And you know what? No. Let's just step it back for a second. The whole thing that he keeps saying, and everyone is like, oh, he needs the serum. He needs the serum. He needs the serum. Fucking does he? Because he 1v1s the Red Hulk in this movie and he wins. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? For me, the moment I wanted to walk out, there's a scene where it's like this cool, like, aerial fight. It's like kind of a cool scene. It's like on the Celestial that's poking out of the ocean. But there's a moment in there where he starts riding on a missile. And I remember sitting in the theater and thinking, I want to leave right now. I don't want to sit here in this theater anymore. I think it's a cool and a funny shot, but when the whole movie up to that point is so fucking bad, it feels like they're just spitting in my face a little bit more. Captain America Brave New World is the first time in the MCU history where I genuinely was like, I don't know if I can keep doing this. Like, I've never felt that way. And I felt very, very like, I get that it was made in an era where they were all over the place and trying to do a ton of things and they were just kind of dump this movie at this point, but it does not excuse how lazy and badly written it is. And I feel so bad for Sam Wilson because it feels like that character cannot catch a fucking break. Give me a second.
Dude, honestly, that kind of sounds like that's your least favorite movie of the year.
You're right. I mean, like, I hate Happy Gilmore 2 a lot. I think Happy Gilmore 2 is actually a ginormous piece of shit.
But your expectations are that high for Happy Gilmore 2 compared to Captain America Brave New World.
No, they weren't. But
same with Ballerina, they're not as high as
I felt like I was gaslit though with Happy Gilmore 2 because I'd never seen Happy Gilmore, so I watched Happy Gilmore 1 literally right before. And everyone was saying Happy Gilmore 2 isn't that bad. They're like, actually, Happy Gilmore 2 kind of good. So I was like, oh, cool, whatever. I watched Happy Gilmore 1 for the very first time. Good movie. Gave it like a 7 out of 10. And then I watched Happy Gilmore 2 immediately after. And it is night and day, the difference between those two movies. Happy Gilmore 2 is a piece of shit. Happy Gilmore 2 is a piece of shit. I feel gaslit by the entire world because they were telling me, oh, Happy Gilmore 2 is actually good. No, it wasn't, dude. We watched two different fucking movies, bro.
Movie's pretty god.
Oh my god. It feels like, and
it's like all over the place a little bit.
And I don't like saying this. Because everyone has their own interests and stuff. I feel like if you like Happy Gilmore 2, you're a fucking NPC. Like, what other movies are you watching and you say Happy Gilmore 2 is good? I don't.
Honestly, probably Captain America.
I don't want to be a dick. No, I felt gaslit watching that movie. I really did. I stopped watching it, gave it 1 star on Letterboxd, and dropped it to my bottom of my list. I'm like, it was just not good at all. The next one is In Whose Name is the Kanye documentary.
I forgot you watched that this year.
Captain America just took a lot out of me, so I don't really have a lot of energy to even waste on the Kanye documentary. All I will say about the Kanye All I'll say about the Kanye documentary is I was a huge Kanye fan for such a long time, and it really hurts because I do still consider like a lot of his music. I feel like a lot of his music shaped how I approach music today, and it's really sad just to watch this documentary and see him continue to take zero accountability for anything he's done, to conveniently leave out aspects that the entire world knows about. Like, kind of funny that you're not bringing up the whole drama with your ex-wife and all that. The way the movie kind of portrays it is like, she didn't get it, man. Like, she couldn't get it. And they're like conveniently leaving out the part where he stalked and harassed her for like 2 years after the fact. And then they almost essentially skim over the entire Nazi thing. And I get it, you know, if you're making a documentary technically about yourself, you don't want to show that, but the movie goes out of its way to show different parts of his life that are also looked down upon, like his little meltdowns and all that. And they do mention the Nazi thing, but they portray it in a way that it's like, oh, he had to say that stuff to get out of his deals. Like, he's thinking like 5 steps ahead of all these people. He had to say he likes Nazis. It was the only way to get out of his deal. And it's just like the most cowardly, dumb bullshit. And it's just like, I stopped watching it. I'm like, this guy is just so far gone. And at this point, was he ever even here? Like, was he ever the person anybody ever gave him credit for? That's all I was thinking watching it. It's just fucking sad, man. And then Jay Kelly. I don't know. I was just Jay Kelly, I was really excited for. Noah Baumbach wrote and directed Marriage Story. Love Marriage Story a lot. Love Adam Sandler. And I just realized Adam Sandler is in 2 out of my 5 least favorite movies. Is there a correlation? But, well, it sucks because when it comes to like dramatic stuff, like I do like Adam Sandler a lot, so I was really looking forward to this, but Jay Kelly just ended up being like, I don't know, like a whole nothing burger that I've seen a million times. Like, it looks really pretty. Like, the cinematography is really well done. I do think it's well acted, but the story is just like, it's just weird. It's a weird fucking movie. It's like, and like I said, I've seen it a million times before, I feel like. It's about an older guy who like looks back on his life and realizes that he missed out on all the important parts of his children's lives and the people he cares about, and he's not really there. And it's just like, I've seen it a million times before, and it's just not interesting here. And it makes it even weirder because like there's a montage at the end that's like a George, because the main guy, Jay Kelly, he's an actor. They use a montage of George Clooney's past films at the end, and they're saying like, oh, it's Jay Kelly's. And it's like this weird moment where it's like George Clooney watching his life and thinking about all the things he missed out on. This is a new dad who seems like he's been very involved in his kids' lives so far because they're only like 5 or 10 years old. Like he has very young children. Yeah. So it's a weird point to make, to have George Clooney looking back on his life with like this melancholy, when I know I don't know the actor, but like, you know, the actor, and it's like, this doesn't seem like his life, and they're trying to make it seem like it is, and it's just like, I didn't buy it. Like, I don't know. Jay Kelly was just really disappointing. I was very excited for it, and I ended up walking away very disappointed. But those are my least favorite movies of 2025. I went on that longer than I meant to. Captain America Brave New World just gets me going. Anything MCU gets me going, but that one specifically gets me fucking going, bro.
So I did have a bottom 5 movies of 2025. I'll just kind of go through them off the bat, and then I'll talk about them afterwards. The first one, do you consider like documentaries movies?
I mean, I put Kanye in there, and that's a documentary.
Okay, all right, then this one counts. So the Aaron Hernandez and the Untold Murders of Bristol. So I didn't see as many movies as you did this year. So it was like, when I saw like my bottom 5.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. So I just want to say this real quick. You don't have to do a bottom 5 if you don't have 5 you dislike. I did 5 because I'm like, this is probably, there's not 10 I really hate. 5 felt like generally a good number for me. You don't have to do 5. Don't just put it down there because you're like,
no, I wanted to. It is part of my bottom 5 though.
Okay.
Same with Karate Kid Legends. They're kind of like, that's why I put them both like side by side.
See, that seems more like a thing. I feel like you have more passion about not liking Karate Kid Legends.
Yeah, like I spent like the whole, I'll have to get into that in a second.
List off your 5, I guess.
Yeah, so number 4 would be Captain America Brave New World. Put an asterisk next to it because that was part of my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2025. So
I think so is mine, but
seeing that on the bottom of my list. Next up, a Minecraft movie.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Put that one on there. Happy Gilmore was also on there. And then Lilo and Stitch.
Wow. I'm shocked at Lilo and Stitch. And that's I'm shocked at Minecraft. That's my least favorite
movie of the year.
Lilo and Stitch? Really? Was it that bad?
Yeah, like just watch like the original cartoon. Like, no, you don't need to watch this Lilo and Stitch movie.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't care. And I think I said that in our I think you brought it up on the most anticipated, because this conversation has been brought up on the channel before, where I don't really have any issue with these live action movies, because I don't give a shit. I feel like I know that I'm not the demographic for them. So instead of like wasting my time watching it, I just skip it completely, and I feel fine. I think the last live action I've watched was Lion King in 2019. Like, I have not seen a single one since Lion King in 2019.
You didn't see Mufasa?
No, I didn't see Mufasa. I wanted to. I didn't see Mufasa.
You want to see How to Train Your Dragon?
I don't really care. No, I'd rather just watch the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so Karate Kid spent like pretty much like all last year trying to catch up with every single Karate Kid movie, catch up with like Cobra Kai show and all that, just to like watch Karate Kid Legends. And it just didn't hit. It didn't feel like it was worth watching everything in anticipation for this. So I was like, hit number 5. Don't really need to talk about number 4 because I think you covered Captain America pretty solidly. It seemed like you're pretty shocked about the Minecraft movie.
I am shocked about Minecraft movie because if we had a hot take ranking, I should have put that in a hot. I should have done a hot take of 2025. You know what? We'll do it right now. We're gonna do a new category. Hot take. Hot take of 2025. I didn't really hate Minecraft. I didn't really hate it. I kind of like Minecraft. I kind of enjoyed it. Look, and this is what I said to you out of the movie. I think it's because I definitely grew up with Minecraft and I went into it with pretty low expectations, and it's like not a movie I'm gonna watch over and over and over again by any fucking means. I don't even know if I'll watch it again, to be honest. Maybe I'll watch it again if it's like on, if I'm like scrolling through like YouTube TV or something and it's on, or if I'm not on Netflix and I want to watch something. And I know this is a diss, but it felt like I was watching a Minecraft roller coaster. Does that make sense? Like I felt like I was on Minecraft the ride, because the way it just kind of like goes through the entire movie, it's just like, it felt like I was literally just like on a ride, and that's not really a good compliment. I'm not saying like, oh, it was a fun, look at this, like a roller coaster. It's not a compliment, but like, I don't know. I just had like a good enough time with it. It didn't take itself too seriously, which I appreciate. And I thought it was better than the Mario movie. I think the Mario movie is a ginormous piece of shit.
So funny. I was like thinking about this right now. I was like, I put this in my bottom 5, and I know for a fact you put the Mario movie in your bottom 5.
I don't know if. No, I guess I don't know. I don't remember. I guess it was. I guess we did record that year. Yeah, I don't like Mario because and that's what blows my mind a little bit when people praise the Mario movie but then shit on Minecraft, because honestly, they're the same fucking thing. The only reason I give Minecraft the edge over Mario is it feels like Minecraft knows what it is and leans into those elements, in my opinion, like the chicken jockey thing and like the lava chicken, just Jack Black in general. Whereas the Mario movie, it feels like they had a collection of scenes and they were like, how do we string this together? Let's just do a hack job. Like, it doesn't feel like a movie. It feels like a collection of scenes that they somehow like weave together, but it doesn't work for me. Like, it doesn't work for me at all. Minecraft, I feel like at least knows what it is and has fun with it. And that's why I put it above. That being said, they're the same fucking level. I think if you genuinely believe that Mario is that much better than Minecraft, check yourself a little bit. Like, it visually looks better, but like that's literally all it has going for it. Wait, so why did you not like Minecraft, I guess?
Yeah, this wasn't for me. Happy Gilmore 2, didn't really need this movie. First one, way better. Definitely those jokes has aged in the first
and
one.
The crazy part is, like, I don't really remember the first, like, I watched it, I remember it enough, but like, it didn't, like, I wasn't like, oh, this is the greatest movie ever. I'm like, oh yeah, that was a good movie. And it's crazy how much worse the second one is.
Yeah, it's
like I don't even think the first one's that amazing.
Yeah, the second one was just bad. Like, it's just, they made it somehow way worse.
It's crazy how jarring it is, like, watching 1 and 2 back to back. Like, I was jarring. I was shocked at how bad 2 was.
And then knowing the villains, like, he had bad breath the entire time, that made me very self-conscious about myself. My least favorite one was just Lilo and Stitch. I just did not like that movie at all. Very different compared to the live action. Like, they did a whole new adaptation of it, essentially. They left out, like, key characters, and then they also, like, the whole, like, thing, like, Ohana means family, but then, like, the sister fucking left her sister, so where the fuck is the family in that one? But I think
people make a bigger deal about it than
she does have a portal, she can visit whatever she wants, but she still left her sister.
I think people make a bigger deal out of it than it really is.
The first one's way better.
So I haven't seen it, so I can't really say.
Original better than this one. This one doesn't need to exist. That's why it's my bottom.
Okay, well then, if those are all your least favorites, it is time. Shift over a little bit. Turn my microphone.
As you're doing that, before you start saying stuff, do you just want to list out like our top, and then we can go into discussion?
Sure.
So that way, like, we can just talk about the same movie at the same time, because I'm assuming we'll have a bunch of like common number, like, in our top 10.
You may be surprised, Nick. You might be surprised. Lilo and Stitch actually might have made it. So, for my favorite movies of 2025 in alphabetical order, need to emphasize that this is an alphabetical order. We got 28 Years Later, Eddington, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Superman, Thunderbolts, Train Dreams, Twinless, Wake Up Tomorrow. Wake Up Dead Man, and Weapons.
Oh my god, yeah, you definitely have a way different top 10 lists than I do.
And then my honorable mentions are Avatar 3, Begonia, and Hamnet. Those are really good movies, and honestly, Begonia and Hamnet might even inch their way into it, but I wanted to keep it top 10, so that's why I put them in the honorable mention. But those 3 movies I thought were great. Avatar 3 I thought was pretty good, but I like Avatar 2 more, but it was still one of the better movies I saw. Eddington is my only movie that I'm like, oh, a little iffy, and Eddington I could probably swap out with Begonia or Hamnet, but yeah, those are my top 10.
Wow. So for me, I did not do alphabetical. I did a top 10. So I'm going to go from number 10 backwards. Number 10, Begonia. 9, Fantastic Four, which was also in my most anticipated. How to Train Your Dragon, which was also my most anticipated of the year. Chainsaw Man, Marty Supreme, F1, which was also part of my most anticipated. Sinners, Superman, most anticipated. Avatar, most anticipated. And my number 1 movie of the year was Thunderbolts.
Dude, you put Avatar number 2?
Dude, I only saw 25 movies compared to how many movies did you see?
Still, Avatar
I was like
number
engaged
2?
the entire time.
I liked Avatar, but number 2? So let's just go through these real quick. I got to just mention real fast Fantastic Four. So that didn't make my favorite movies or even my honorable mentions. And I'm not going to lie, that really hurt to do because I was very excited for Fantastic Four. It was, I think, my second most anticipated movie of 2025. The reason why I didn't make it is it's a good movie. It's a good superhero movie. That's pretty much it. It's like not the best superhero movie of the year, for sure. I would say Thunderbolts or Superman is definitely a better superhero movie, but it's not as bad as Captain America 4. I think it did its job well. I think it introduces the characters of Fantastic Four pretty well. That's all it really does though. Like it doesn't do anything that, in my opinion, changes the status quo in any way. And it felt like it was a very safe movie on purpose. It felt like because they had already failed with this franchise like 3 times before, they were like, let's just play this as safe as possible. And while it's good, you can feel that it feels safe, at least in my opinion. I'm like, this feels very safe. And I liked it a lot, but I just couldn't put it on my favorite movies. I just wouldn't say it's one of my favorite movies. And I didn't even put an honorable mention. I don't know. I think it's fine. It's like a 7 out of 10.
I liked Fantastic Four. Honestly, if I would have seen more movies last year, it might have not made my top 10. But because like there's only like 10 movies that like didn't make it, it's kind of like it was like there. I got nothing else to say really about Fantastic Four.
And then I'm just looking at your list real quick. Chainsaw Man, I thought was great. I think Chainsaw Man was easily the best anime movie that I saw last year. I think Demon Slayer is good, but insanely overrated. It feels like a season of a show that they condensed into a movie, and it's like the animation's beautiful. Seeing it in IMAX was really cool, but like it feels like a season of the show that they condensed into a movie. Like the movie literally comes to a climax, then stops for 45 minutes to give backstory to the villain. What the fuck?
Wait, are you talking about Chainsaw Man? Or I'm
talking about Demon Slayer. I'm talking about Demon Slayer. I'm like, dude, that is they did it twice, right? I think Demon Slayer has the absolute worst pacing in any movie I've ever seen. So Chainsaw Man's great. I had a great time with Chainsaw Man. I thought, again, the visuals looked great. I think it felt like an actual movie, which I appreciate. Yeah. And Chainsaw Man was awesome. I wanted to put it on there. I should have put it in my honorable mention.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best like anime movies I've seen in a long time, because as you said with Demon Slayer, it was just like I'm not looking forward to seeing the next Demon Slayer movie. Well, Chainsaw Man just like
you say you're not looking forward to it?
The next Demon Slayer movie, just because of like how the pacing
I mean, I'm still looking forward to the next one, and I liked it enough. I just don't feel like it works as well as a movie. I feel like if the next one's like that, it'll be good still, but it's like, dude, you gotta change it up. You can't just treat it like a season of the show. And we got another hot take from Michael. We got hot take number 2. Woo! Sinners I liked. I just liked Sinners.
It was a fun vampire movie.
I didn't put it.
I haven't seen like a really good vampire movie in I don't think ever.
I didn't put it in my favorite movies. I didn't put it in my honorable mentions. I think it gets a little overrated personally. I love Ryan Coogler. I don't think it's the best Ryan Coogler movie. I think Creed probably still my favorite by him. I think Michael B. Jordan's great, but I don't know. I think Sinners is good. I think it gets, I don't know, a little overhyped for me. Just a little overhyped for me.
So that's 2 of your hot takes. Do you have more hot takes?
No, that's it. And I'm a little afraid of talking about my Sinners hot take. I might cut it from the video. I'm a little scared. One Battle After Another is another one where it made my top 10 favorite movies of the year, but the way people are fucking talking about it, it's like, I saw someone saying it's the best movie of the 21st century. Let's just slow down a little bit.
I have not heard
Let's
that
just
at all.
slow the fuck down a little bit, man. The best movie of the 21st century, One Battle After Another is great. Made my top 10. I think Leo is fantastic. I think Benicio del Toro does a great job. I hope he gets the Oscar. Chase Infinity for her first movie, incredible. That's my wife. I want to marry her. I'm in love with her. Best movie of the 21st century? I don't know about that. Eddington, I was a little mixed pudding here, if I'm being honest. If this was a ranked top 10, it would definitely be my number 10. Eddington's a movie that when I saw it, I wasn't sure how I really felt, but the more I like sat with it, the more I enjoyed it. I know there's a lot of people who don't like it. It's another divisive movie. It's set in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic between Republican, and the movie is pretty much about like a Republican sheriff versus a Democratic mayor, I guess, and it's like them like butting heads the entire movie. So I get why it is a divisive movie, but I've seen some people saying like they don't like it because it doesn't feel like it takes a stance necessarily, and that it feels like it's kind of like it's playing the centrist thing a little too much. And I honestly disagree. I think the movie is pretty, you can tell which side Ari Aster falls down. I think if you think that he leans Republican at all, or even necessarily centrist, I think you kind of missed the point a little bit, in my opinion. I didn't get that vibe from it at all. I wouldn't say Joaquin Phoenix is like the hero of that movie. He's the one who plays the Republican sheriff. I don't think he's like the hero in that movie. I think my only thing about Eddington is like the last hour kind of goes off the rails, like most Ari Aster movies. Like I like him, but sometimes it's like, dude, you need to be like restrained a little bit. Someone needs to pull you back in, because like it was like a little too much for me. But I think the whole movie up until that point is just really solid, and I really like the commentary that it had. I like seeing like movies and media from that time period. I think it's another reason why people didn't like it, because like they don't want to hear about COVID anymore and all that. I don't really have that sentiment. I'm okay seeing stuff like that, and I think it is interesting to get people's perspective on that time in our history, and I just enjoyed it. Like I enjoyed it. It's a hard movie for me to recommend to people, but it was one that like when I was done with it, I wasn't sure how I felt, but as time went on, I'm like, no, I kind of like Eddington. I think Eddington was good. Weapons, I had no anticipation for whatsoever. I didn't really want to see it. Watched it, thought it was great. Some people don't like the third act. I don't really mind. I think Weapons is a great time overall. Caught me by surprise. Wake Up Dead Man. I do not like the Knives Out movies. I did not like Knives Out 1.
Oh, is that the new Knives Out movie?
That is the new Knives Out movie.
I need to see that one. I heard it's good.
I did not like Knives Out 1. I did not see Knives Out 2, but I did really enjoy Knives Out 3. I think that's mainly because of Josh O'Connor, who does a great job in the movie. I think the cast of characters I just enjoy more. They're a little like less developed, I would say, than like Knives Out 1, but I think Knives Out 1 is like overrated. Hot take number 3 in Michael's video. Twinless, I thought was fantastic. I thought that was so good, and that is a movie that caught me by surprise because I was really interested in it. And it's kind of like a movie I don't even really want to talk about, because like it completely surpassed my expectations, not necessarily in quality level, just like I thought I was going in to one movie and I came out with a completely different movie, if that makes sense.
I have no idea what this movie is about.
I think it's great. So. I think it's a great movie. I would say recommend it. There's one scene of hardcore gay sex. Just a heads up. Don't watch this maybe with your family. Train Dreams. That was my number one. Train Dreams and Superman are honestly why I couldn't do a ranked top 10. Train Dreams made me fucking cry. And not even necessarily because it's a super sad movie. It's just, it's so beautiful. And the ending is so like well done. It's maybe like top 5 most beautiful movies I've ever seen. The cinematography in this movie is so beautiful. And it's just, the ending made me cry, dude. It's not even that sad of an ending. Like, this guy's life is sad, but like, it's not even the ending being sad that made me cry. I was just like, dude, this is so beautiful. It's essentially just about, and I was listening to the director talk about it after the fact, if you don't know what it is. Essentially, he wanted to make a movie not about like a huge like historical figure, not about like some big guy who did like a bunch of stuff. It's just about a dude. It's literally about a normal, everyday dude who didn't do anything significant in his life. And it's about showing the beauty of everyday life, everyone's life. Not just, we always put like these heroes and villains and all these people on like pedestals. He was saying that there's not a lot of movies about like just everyday people like me and you. And just watching it, I'm like, this is just, it's so good. It's so good. Go watch Train Dreams. It's like an hour and a half. It's on Netflix. Go watch it.
You better have your favorite movies 25 open, because I'm probably going to watch some of these movies that you have.
Thunderbolts is the best Marvel movie, I think, of last year. It was pretty good.
It surpassed my expectations. It wasn't even in my most anticipated movies last year list.
I think it might have been in mine. I think it probably was in mine. I'm assuming it was probably in mine. I think it was great. I'm not going to lie. I think I would have liked Thunderbolts a little bit more if I wasn't so burned by Captain America 4. Honestly, because I walked in, I'm still kind of icked out by Marvel, which is insane to say for someone who's doing a Marvel show right now. Like, he was rewatching the whole thing, all my stuff all around. You can see, like, I love MCU. Cap 4 shook me in a way that I was walking at Thunderbolts and I'm like, I don't even know what to expect anymore. And I thought Thunderbolts was fantastic. It's like the most well done Marvel project in a long time. I thought it shot really well. It feels like there's more practical effects in this compared to other stuff. I think the villain's great. The characters are great. Thunderbolts is a great MCU movie. The best one of last year. Marty Supreme is great. Everyone's talking about Marty Supreme right now. Marty fucking Supreme. Schwap! That's all I gotta say about that. 28 Years Later, I thought was a fantastic movie. That's another one. There's like, I have a couple movies on this list where people didn't really like it as much as I feel like I liked it. I rewatched all the 28 years, or the two 28 years. No, what? The two
28 days and 28
Yes.
months?
I watched 28 Days and 28 weeks.
Yeah.
I watched those two before 28 Years Later. I think 28 Days Later is good. It's not really for me. I didn't grow up with it. I have no nostalgia for it. So I just thought it was like kind of like a whatever. I get the appeal for it, but I just wasn't really the market. 28 Weeks Later is a piece of shit. That movie's so fucking bad. That movie makes me so mad watching. Dude, 28 Weeks Later, it makes me mad. The decisions the characters make in that movie is just so infuriating. But I thought 28 Years Later was really good. I thought it was like surprisingly good, especially compared to like how I felt about the last two, just being so iffy on them. I thought 28 Years Later was amazing.
If I had an honorable mention, that would probably be my honorable mention.
I almost cried in the theater watching it. I'm a big crybaby, if you haven't noticed, with movies. I just thought it's really a really great movie. It really connected with me. And then the last movie I gotta talk about is Superman.
That was your number one most anticipated, right?
That was my number one, and honestly, it's probably my number one movie of 2025. The reason why I can't really put it at number one, in my opinion, is like it's not. Like, objectively, it's not the best movie of 2025. I just got a lot of enjoyment out of it, and I loved it because I feel like my entire life, I've never seen a good Superman movie, and I feel like I've always wanted a good Superman movie. And on top of that, I feel like DC's been so in the gutter the last... I don't know, man. When The Dark Knight Rises come out, 13 years, they've just been so in the gutter that I was so glad to watch a DC movie and not hate it. It was so good. Like, there's problems with it. It has the same issue as Fantastic Four, in my opinion, where it doesn't really do a whole lot, and it's just kind of mainly about reintroducing the character to like modern audiences. The difference between Superman and Fantastic Four, because they are very similar movies, I would say Superman just gets me more excited for the future of DC than Fantastic Four did to get me excited for the future of Marvel. We've seen a lot of Marvel at this point, and I feel like they've done pretty much everything I've wanted them to do, and I'm still going to be watching all the time. You know, I got all this, we got the show, but Superman showed me like a future for a franchise that I've always wanted. We've never gotten a good DC universe. There's so many stories and characters that they could make movies about that they've never done, and I'm so excited for that future, and Superman gave me a glimpse at that future, and that's why I just love Superman so much. Objectively, it's not the best movie of 2025, but probably for me as a little nerd simp, I would put it on my number one. I think it's fantastic. But
yeah, I can see that. It hit for me, that was like number 3 on mine. The only ones that on my list that wasn't on yours, F1, I'll just be quick on it. Fun racing movies. It kind of hit what I wanted it to do.
I like that.
It's exactly what I wanted from the movie.
It almost made my top 10. And it didn't, but I like that one a lot.
Begonia, that was just kind of felt like a fever dream almost.
I loved Begonia. I fucked myself on that movie though. And I pretty much knew the spoilers in that movie going into it.
How did you do that?
I don't even really want to talk about it because I feel like if you want to see Begonia, you should just watch Begonia. I'll tell you after. I'll tell you what I did after.
Second last movie we'll talk about, Avatar. It felt like a direct continuation from the second one for me. And it's like kind of wrapped up the story that has started in the second one, in the third, Avatar 3, right? That's what it is? Yeah, Avatar 3. Just kind of like wrapped up that whole storyline. Curious on how they're going to go with the franchise, but overall I just like the blue people and all the CGI, and
yeah,
I was enjoying the world building and just kind of like these characters to see how they're all interacting.
Yeah, that's why I put Avatar 3 in my honorable mention, because I did enjoy it a lot, and I felt the same way as you. Going into it, actually, I was really negative. I remember I was like, I don't really like Avatar that much. Honestly, I've never really been that big of an Avatar fan. I thought I remembered thinking Avatar 2 was boring. I was like, I don't really like Avatar 2, and I heard Avatar 3 is worse, and I'm like, I don't really want to see it. Then my friends wanted to like just go. I'm like, okay, I'll go if you guys want to go. I'm down. Let's just go see Avatar. So then I rewatched Avatar 2 before, and I was so wrong, guys. Avatar 2 is fucking amazing. Avatar 2 is so good, actually. Like, it was way better than I remembered it being. I think I just had a better time watching it at home on my TV.
At your own pace.
Not even at my own pace, I watched it the whole thing through. But, like, I just had a better time with it at home. Like, the visuals just hit so much harder. And
no glasses, probably.
no glasses. I'm tired of 3D. And I just loved Avatar 2 so much, rewatching it. And I liked Avatar 3 a lot. I think it was pretty good. My issue, though, is it does retread a lot of the same things in Avatar 2. Like, story beat, it's essentially the exact same movie. Some things that are different, but it's like ultimately kind of the same fucking thing as the second one. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I did put in my honorable mention, and it is still a good time, and I recommend it. But I just think Avatar 2 feels more original and fresh with those ideas, and I just enjoyed Avatar 2 personally more.
Last movie I want to talk about is, yes, I ranked on my bottom 5 Lilo and Stitch, like, for movie adaptations. However, How to Train Your Dragon was a really well-made movie adaptation. It was, for the most part, beat for beat like the original one, but this was live action with some pretty good CGI. So I think I still have this rated lower than the original one. I think just because I think I still just like the original one better. But this one is also, like, if you were to watch either or, I think you would still get the same enjoyment factor.
Yeah.
Out of watching How to Train Your Dragon live action.
I would rather just watch the original. But I think it's cool. You know, I think it's cool if people get enjoyment out of it. I do think there's a huge double standard when it comes to How to Train Your Dragon in any Disney adaptation, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, there's a double standard.
I mean, people write off all the Disney ones right off the bat, but How to Train Your Dragon comes out and people fucking glaze it like it's the greatest. But like,
it made my top 10.
So is Jungle Book. You know what I'm saying? And like,
Jungle Book was good too.
But it's, you know, again, it's neither here nor there. I'm just saying people don't write off the How to Train Your Dragon remake off the bat, but they write off literally any fucking Disney one. And that's not me even saying the Disney ones are good. I just think that there is a double standard that people need to realize about themselves, but it's okay. You know, NPCs everywhere just fucking saying the same fucking bullshit. So those are our least favorite movies of 2025. Who knows what we'll see in 2026. 2026 is looking to be a more stacked year blockbuster wise, but I think last year was good. There are a lot of great movies, and there are 2 movies with One Battle After Another and Sinners that it's insane how much people love them. Those are our favorite and least favorite. Let us know what you guys liked and didn't like in 2025, and we will be back next week with our most anticipated movies of 2026. So thank you guys so much for watching.